Hey everybody, so today I want to do kind of a 2-month update slash just his feeding update. Today is the 18th, I believe. Yeah, it's the 18th, and I don't know if I'm going to upload this today or in a few days or not, but I figure he's going to be 2 months old on the 26th. I don't know if I'm going to have time to make a video before then, or on that day, because I start school on the 27th. So I want to make the update now. I don't really think much is going to change, and if it does, I will either leave it down below if it changes before I upload this, or I will make an update video. So as far as his 2 months, we haven't had any more doctor's appointments since I talked to you guys last about him, but he was eating more, like eating off of me more, nursing, but that kind of had to stop, which I'll get into. We started him on rice cereal because of his acid reflux. He did have the ultrasound to see if he had pylori stenosis, as I think it's called, and that came back just fine. We didn't even leave the hospital, and they told us it was fine. So that's great, but he does have acid reflux, and he was projectile vomiting and all that, so we were told to try rice cereal because oatmeal cereal would give him allergies and it would be too big for him or whatever because he's so young. And I did not want to start him on anything except breast milk for the first 6 months of his life, but when my kid is vomiting and is fussy, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. So we tried it for a while. He wasn't really constipated at all. He doesn't really have that issue, but he was still getting his vitamin D drops at this point. So he's had that probably, I want to say like 15 or 20 times. We only did it on his 2 nighttime bottles, and it kind of helped, but it kind of didn't. I don't know. Like, he still spit up, but it wasn't projectile, so that was good. He's over here making tons of noises, aren't you, baby? So yeah, that's it for the cereal portion. We just put a half a teaspoon in a 4-ounce bottle of breast milk. In the ultrasound, they also mentioned that he was really, really gassy, that they could see tons of gas bubbles in his belly, and that's probably why he was upset. So fast forward a little bit, probably about 2 weeks, which just happened. This is like the current. That was like 2 weeks ago when he had his ultrasound. But he is now on formula. Yeah, I'm pretty pissed. He's on 1.5 ounces of formula, and then he gets 2.5 ounces of breast milk. We mix it together. We just started that last night because he was really, really gassy, and for the last week and a half, he's just been screaming at the top of his lungs, actual tears coming out of his eyes from pain. We press on his belly, we do the bicycle motions with his legs, and that would get it out. But him, just every single bottle would do that to him, or anytime he'd eat off of me. So, what, baby? What? What? So, I was tired of seeing him in pain and just didn't know what to do. I was exhausted, and I did a lot of research, and the formula that he's on is the Similac sensitive for gas and fussiness, and right now he's on the actual liquid version. We're not going to do the powder version because we're trying this out first, and then we will go from there to see if we're going to put him on that. I am going to continue pumping and adding milk into the mix because I still want him to have breast milk. We're just doing the formula to help with his gassiness, and we're hoping that'll help because I did cut out a lot of dairy out of my diet, and he was still really gassy. So I don't know. As of right now, it's been probably 15 hours since he's been on formula. He's had probably 5 bottles of it now, and he seems to be doing a lot better. He has not been gassy. He's been sleeping more. He's not been like up every half an hour crying, so that's helping. He does still wake up every 3 hours to eat, which is perfectly fine with me. I just don't want him in pain. So yeah, he's on a little bit of formula, and we're just gonna see how that works and go from there. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it's working, so whatever. He has a little rock and plate bassinet, which he's actually in right now, and he usually doesn't like to be in it. It like cradles him like a car seat type of thing. Basically, I think about 2 weeks ago, he would not sleep in it. He would scream and scream and scream. We'd get him all the way to sleep and we'd put him in it, and like 5 minutes later he'd notice that he's no longer by us and he would be in that. Even though I keep it like right here next to my bed where I can still see him and he can still see me, he just wasn't doing it anymore. He slept in it since he was a newborn and just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So he slept in the swing for about 2 nights, and then he was tired of that. Slept in the bouncer for a night and then was tired of that. So basically he sleeps in the bed with me, and I'm not going to rule on my child. I know my child's in the bed, and I've slept with my friends' kids that are smaller than him, that were like 5 pounds. I don't move when I sleep. I really don't. I basically am in a stiff position unless I wake up, and then I will like get up and go to the bathroom and then lay back down. I really don't move, and there's space in between me and him. There's a little, I roll up a receiving blanket and put that in between me and him too. And he never ever sleeps in the middle because I don't trust my fiance to roll on him, to not roll on him. So yeah. He does sleep in the bed with us, and he was going like 5-hour periods in between feedings when he would sleep with me. He sleeps a lot better when he sleeps with me. He doesn't like make all these little noises like he's making right now. Like he would do that in the middle of the night and stuff like that, and they would wake him up. What, baby? You were so smiley. So yeah, he does sleep with us. Well, me basically, but yeah. He smiles so much more. He actually laughs at you. You guys will see in his clips that I will be posting soon, his 2-month clips of him smiling a whole bunch more and laughing. And also I have a video of him trying the formula for the first time. He hated it. He kept like making weird faces and like pushing his tongue out to try and get it to get out of his mouth. He did not want anything to do with it. And then like a half an hour later, he finally just ate out of it. He still is in 0 to 3 clothes. There are some clothes that are like specifically labeled as just 3 months. He can fit into those. He's just really, really long, so he has to wear bigger clothes. And there is a bug. So yeah, that's basically it for him, except for he has another appointment, and that is his 2-month appointment to get shots. Like I've mentioned before, he is getting the DTaP, the polio, and I forget what the other one is, but he's still not getting the Hep B. I don't think we're ever going to give him the Hep B personally. I do plan on making a video on shots, not to like bash anybody or anything like that, just to give you guys the facts that I know and the reasons that we're doing it, because it has been requested. So yeah, that's basically it for him. I'll make my 2-month video like later on because not much has happened. So I'm going to show you guys him, and then I'm going to go. So this is Harlan at almost 2 months old. He's 7 weeks. He'll be 8 weeks on Tuesday. He still is super strong and still holds up his head by himself. He hasn't really rolled over much, and he doesn't really like to be belly time. So if you guys know any tips how to get them to like belly time, let me know. I've tried with the boppy and he still is not for it, and his head's starting to get flat in the back, so I don't know what to do because he's always held unless he's in his swing or his bouncer, so I don't know. So this is him. He's a big boy. And his little monkey outfit on today, and his mittens on because it's a little chilly, and his hands are always the first thing to get cold. So yeah, and that's his little bum. I love his little bum. Oh, what are you doing? Can you smile at the camera? Harlan. Baby. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? I love you. Oh, big yawn. Alright, we're gonna go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.